General reaction to the governor's budget proposal.
I appreciate that Governor Pritzker presented his 7th balanced budget proposal. This is not the year to ask for new spending or new money, and the governor made that very clear. I absolutely wholeheartedly support fiscal restraint. This is going to be a year with lots of unpredictability, instability in what is federal funding. We're not sure what, if anything, we will get or what, if anything, will be cut. So it's important to, rather than ask for more money, to craft a budget that will be fiscally disciplined, erring on the side of extreme caution.
With that in mind, you're a former state legislator. What advice do you have? We've got a lot of new ones out there.
Don't spend more than you have coming in. Be restrained when it comes to spending. This is not the year to spend. This is not the year to think about ribbon cuttings. This is the year to think about cutting where you can responsibly and making sure that we are stewards of the taxpayers' hard-earned dollar.
And can you tell us about the rainy day fund?
Wonderful news that this budget proposal does not include raiding the state's rainy day fund or even dipping into it. We need to continue to grow the state's rainy day fund, and that's why you'll continue to hear me as Comptroller talk about the need to have fiscal restraint, to deposit more money into the rainy day fund whenever possible, to continue its forward and upward trajectory. We're at about $2.2 billion. All things being equal, by the end of 2026, we'll hopefully have closer to $2.5 billion in there, but we're still a far cry from where we need to be, which is closer to 5.
Why is the rainy day important?
Because the rainy day is there to protect our budget in the event of a catastrophe. Think the housing market crash of 2008. Think 9/11 terror attacks. When something unexpectedly hits a budget and cripples it, that is where states need to rely on their rainy day fund. Just like if you at home were to lose your job unexpectedly, it would be smart to have reserves waiting to help you get through that process. So dipping into those reserves when it's not absolutely an emergency is the opposite of being fiscally responsible.
In the governor's budget address, he addresses pharmacies and pharmacy benefit managers, and I know that's been kind of near and dear to your heart. Can you explain why that's a great thing?
This is an issue that's been near and dear to my heart. I've traveled the entire state of Illinois and spent countless hours in rural Illinois, specifically trying to understand this issue and help rural pharmacists be able to keep their doors open and provide services in very critically underserved areas of our state. PBMs have frankly served as this middleman that is taking all the profit and is a lead cause in essentially strangling rural pharmacies in their day-to-day operations. It's something I hear over and over again from them as an impediment to them being able to keep their doors open. And we need to make sure that our rural Illinoisans always have access to pharmacies when they need them.
What's your favorite part of the budget?
Well, my favorite part about this budget is that it calls for fiscal discipline and fiscal restraint. It protects the state's rainy day fund, and especially that it calls for no tax hikes.